I've seen where officers have gotten themselves in trouble by posting things on their social media website. Essentially, I think a lot of times it's so easy to post something and not think about it too much, not think about the ramifications that it might have on them as far as their job goes. So what I tried to do was bring back the concept of ethics in law enforcement and how that applies to social media, and that we need to make ethical decisions in using social media just like we make ethical decisions out on the street when dealing with the public. Well, the worst case scenario is one that I used as an example in my presentation out of Wisconsin, where a sheriff's deputy or effigy of a sheriff's deputy was burned, and then that information was posted on individual's Facebook page. So and there's also examples almost on a weekly basis, if not daily basis, that come out of people that have posted inappropriate things. Maybe somebody has some disparaging remarks about a coworker. They post it on their Facebook page, and of course, you know, there's a lot of people that see that, even if they have certain privacy settings. There's friends of friends that see it, and it gets around. So it's just one of those things that if you've identified yourself as a law enforcement officer, and if you post things that further identify you as a law enforcement officer, it's probably going to get back to your boss at some point. The first thing that you need to do is develop a good policy and make sure that your officers are aware of that policy, have a good working knowledge of that policy. And I think if you do a little bit of training, I mean, it doesn't have to be anything extensive, 10-15 minutes at a roll call briefing over that policy, kind of make sure everybody understands it. Bring in some of these examples that I've talked about, because it's always easier for us to look at what somebody's done wrong and say, oh yeah, that was really stupid on that guy's part to do something like that. And maybe the next time when it comes to answering a post on Facebook or posting something, that little voice in the back of their head will go off, and they'll remember that training, they'll remember some of the things that you talked about, and they'll remember that policy and not make that post. When I first saw the announcement from the Rural Law Enforcement Technology Institute, I kind of thought, well, is this really a technology issue? Because I was thinking more of hands-on, you know, gadgets and things like that. But social media is, you know, one of the outcroppings of the technological age that we live in, and I think it's really a underutilized, maybe underexplored area. So having the opportunity to come here and share these ideas with other chiefs, sheriffs, you know, command staff, line level staff, I think was a great opportunity. I've learned a lot of things through this institute that I didn't know existed, so I think it's just a real great opportunity, especially in these times of you know, reduced budgets for training. Anything that we can do to kind of share amongst other officers, other law enforcement practitioners is really a great thing.